This Jordan Tower with JT News. Let's get the day started. Smash that like button. All right, so we got Wale checking Kai Cenat. He says, "You making me look crazy," because Kai Cenat didn't know who he was, but a lot of people don't know who Wale is. At a certain point, like, he has to understand that he really kind of, like, stopped making music, like, I don't know, 2015-ish. Like, stopped trying. And he's kind of coasting off the music he made. Wale's a good rapper. He makes good music, but he's very emotional. That's why him and Meech got into a lot of problems. Two emotional guys. So when Kai didn't really know who he was, but he still dapped him up and said, "What up, man? You doing this?" He still talked to him like he knew him. And then then he says, the chat says something. He says, "Oh, that was somebody?" And they're like, "Yeah, there's Wale." He's like, "Who's that?" And then Wale's like, "You made me look crazy." He sought him out and said, "You made me look crazy." Bro, not everybody's going to know who you are. People quickly forget if your impact wasn't, like, crazy, you know? That's what it is, you know? Diddy, it was, we're going to get into the Diddy trial right after this, but he got very violent yesterday. He was kicking doors off hinges and everything to get to 50 Cent's baby mom. You know, I don't know. Diddy's just, he has a God complex. It's sick, you know? It is what it is. Kendrick Lamar wins about 5 awards last night. Cleaned up. But, you know, we knew that was going to happen for sure. Now, Snoop Dogg's now wants to open a burger place. This is what I hate about hip-hop. One person has headphones. Everybody has headphones. One person does well with liquor. Everyone wants a liquor. One person does well with a burger place. Everybody wants a burger place. I mean, that's just a few examples, right? One person streams. Everybody wants to stream. Joe Budden was streaming, did well. Cameron and Mace really do it. Now everybody's doing it. Everybody. Snoop's planning to open a burger van outside Celtic Park in Glasgow, Scotland. He's plans to service that. All this was that somebody came to him with a business proposition and he accepted it. Ground beef mixed with secret spices, topped with okay, cool, and maple cured bacon. Now, this comes off of first. I think Nipsey had a little burger van first, but then Trill Burgers had a success with Bun B, and now the Marathon Burgers having a success with Black Sam, carrying on Nipsey's legacy. And it's just like, it's the same thing over and over again. It's tiring. 50 Cent says, "Black Youngsta's representing me in court today," and it showed Black Youngsta with his latest troll talking about, like, you know, "What you doing in here? Leave me alone," and something like that. It's not that funny. To be honest with you, Black Youngsta's, I don't know what's up with him. He's lucky he's not in a RICO case. That's all I could say. What do you say?
Hey, dry pussy whore.
Man. Then we got, let's see, 50 Cent's show starts off the Legacy Tour in front of 50,000 people in Germany last night. He's doing a European leg of a tour. Terry of BMF, he says in a doc, Terry says Meech brought the heat. Nobody knew who he was until then. Well, yeah, you brought the heat. But, so there's two factors here. Meech went to Atlanta, made it hot. Then they got a line up on Terry's line, and he blabbed us on the phone, so he gave them all the information. All they need is an excuse to start a wiretap. And if you're not clean with the way you're talking and everything, so they both kind of like were each other's demise. The brothers, you know, they were not careful after a while. If you study if you just look at how their trajectory went, it's almost like, you know, 10 years in, they got comfortable, you know, and once you get comfortable, you get caught. That's what happened. I mean, it's like, you know, it is what it is. Now the BMF legend is over. They're both out. We've been disappointed by Big Meech, right? He act like a bro. The way he handled everything was trash. He ruined his legacy. The way he flipped on 50 after 50 helped him after all the letters from jail, like, oh, we owe 50 our life, bro. He really made us legit. And then it comes out, he's like, I don't like him anymore. I want to do my own show. It's like, bro, you wouldn't have had a show. I don't care what anybody says. 5 people attempted to do a BMF show. 50 Cent was like the last resort. 50 Cent's baby mom embarrasses him, and he deserves to be embarrassed over dating that girl that dated Diddy, right? And he has a baby with. Look at this clown, she says, worried about me and Diddy paying for the roof. Okay, oh yeah, okay. Look at this clown, worried about me, and Diddy's the one paying the roof over her son's head. Mommy is a prosty. Daddy is a narcissist. I feel bad for the poor kid. Jane Doe having freak-offs to pay rent. You can't troll your way out of this one, buddy. Because 50 Cent, she was talking about, his first baby mom was talking about, I never had to sell this, this cat. He said, nobody thinking about your cat. It's too old. Dusty. Roxy Diaz didn't show up for the BET 106 in Park era reunion. I don't know why. She says 106 was the best thing that ever happened in my life. Yeah, we wouldn't even know who you are. And Kai Cenat pressed the Shade Room because the Shade Room was on the red carpet for BET, and he says, you guys are messy. And they said, how are we messy? They're the ones who put out the fake information about DDG's case with Halle Bailey. So he was granted a temporary restraining order against her, and they says he was denied. Why would they lie? They said Shade Room lied. Halle tried. DDG and 5. We'll see. They just need to all that needs to happen is a level playing field for Halle and DDG. It's not even about them at this point. It's about the kid. So DDG should be able to see his kid. She should be able to, move around, and they should stop attacking each other publicly. That's all that needs to happen. Meanwhile, DDG helped India Love come back to life by helping her stream now, and now she's all over every guy. Here's her all over Duke Dennis at the pool party, She's just making a fool of herself, Typical fashion. We thought she was with DDG, but really she's with everybody. That's going to be one of DDG's regrets, is putting her on. I'm telling you. Telling you. Sometimes you got to let things be. She's been with half the industry already, in LA at least. But it is what it is. But I'll give her this. She finagled her way back into the limelight. Everyone's trying to stream now. Look at Ray J. It's crazy how the culture of just around hip hop is. It's just copy what's popping. That's it. Nobody can have their own thing. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Peace.